Hello everyone and welcome back to another Figurehead Reviews video, and today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Silver Sable from the Kingpin Build-A-Figure wave. Here we have Silver Sable displayed in the front window. We get Spider-Man's name there, Silver Sable there, we get a Spider-Man logo at the top, we get some cool artwork on both sides of Silver Sable, and in the back we do get a product shot as well as all the other figures needed in this wave to complete the Kingpin Build-A-Figure. And at the top we have the read-up. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name, but fearless mercenary Silver Sable makes her mark as a skilled martial artist and lethal sharpshooter. And then down here at the bottom, you do have the UPC code, so you can check with your local retailer to see if they have this in stock. But enough about that. Let's get this open and take a look at Silver Sable. And here she is outside of her packaging, and actually I really like this figure. I think it came out looking really good. I know it's been a popular figure because a lot of people are buying it for the Lilandra head sculpt that comes with the Mystique figure, so a lot of people are picking up doubles in some cases as well, so she's been pretty hard to find, but overall, good looking figure. I like some of the additions that they did with the articulation, primarily in her right hand. You can see how she's holding that gun. I do like the fact that we get that dice rolling form of articulation there. It gets, I don't know, some better options. I still wish we had double jointed elbows with our female characters, but what are you going to do? When standing straight up, Silver Sable stands at about 6 3/16 inches tall, which puts her at about 15.7 centimeters tall, so a good size figure for a female. She does come with those guns, of course, and then she does come with the Kingpin Build-A-Figure piece that we're going to look at when we actually put Kingpin together. But with that being said, let's go ahead and start by looking at those weapons, and then we'll get a better look at Silver Sable. And here are the two weapons that we get with Silver Sable, and if I'm not mistaken, these were the same ones that we got with Domino, so I believe these are based off of Nerf guns, if I remember correctly. But looking first at the pistol, pretty cool design, and they go with, of course, the silver molded coloring on it just to go with it. You got a little number 2 stamped there, but yeah, I mean, it's a cool looking weapon, so... And then looking at the, I guess I wouldn't really call it a full-on rifle, but we'll call it a rifle for the purposes of this. But yeah, pretty cool looking, and some interesting design in there. You get like a little bit in the handle. I don't know if that's supposed to be a chip or not, but yeah, I like it. And then they go into Silver Sable's hands without too much issue. She does have trigger fingers on both hands, so you can just get that popped in. Oh. If the wrist would stop moving on me. And actually, we'll go in like this. There we go. So you can see that she can hold that one just fine with the right hand, and then she has the pistol with the right hand. The only thing I don't like about the pistol is it is a little bit loose in either hand, left or right. So sometimes you kind of gotta find a sweet spot, otherwise, yeah, it's gonna just kind of dangle there. So, but yeah, still kind of cool. I just kind of wish she did come with more realistic weapons. But either way, let's go ahead now and take a look at the figure. And getting up close, we can see just how well done this head sculpt actually looks. I've been more and more impressed with the female face sculpts that we've been getting lately. I think they're very well done. They look good, and the paint apps have been pretty decent for the most part. I think the head sculpt on, for example, like Silk, the updated Spider-Woman, and even Black Cat in this wave, I just think they've done a very good job. And we can see here as well, it looks like the eyes might be slightly painted on a little bit too high, but overall, barely even noticeable. Lips came out looking good with the lipstick there, and then she does have, of course, the silver bandana and the silver eyebrows on there. Her hair, they did add some of that darker shading throughout, which I think looks very good and helps make that stand out, so it's not just pure white, so I like that. Looking at just the rest of the body, we can see we get this very shiny silver, and then you get the design there in more silver. It looks like around her belly button and right in the middle there, though, some of that paint didn't quite get applied there. And man, as I'm doing this, how shiny she really is. There's all sorts of reflections going on there. And then she's even got the silver band on her arm there. Some basic cuffs and whatnot there. Hands look good. And then the belt, we got some pouches throughout. Nothing too outlandish. And then, of course, I didn't mention before, she does have these harnesses going right around her shoulders there. And looks like it doesn't have much going on other than just a magazine pack there. Yeah, that's about it. And then she does have these pouches on her legs as well, which they suffer from some of the same things that you have with that Jim Lee Cyclops, where they want to come down. So you can just pressure push those right back into place, though, up there. And then she does have silver again on the boots coming up to that little point there. And shoes came out looking good. So overall, I think it's a good representation, and it's a very basic design. You didn't really have to do much for her. So I think they did a good job there. Looking at the articulation, you do have a head that can go side to side, but it is going to look a little bit odd with the hair coming over the shoulder as far as it is, but it can turn around. It can look down without any issue, but the hair's almost going straight out. But that little lock of hair there does not impede it from looking down. However, looking up, you are getting blocked by all of that there. You have arms that can come all the way up. If I can get it. Man, maybe not. They were earlier, I thought, but it looks like they're not. Looks like I got a little flash in there on her armpit, too. But you can at least get 90 degrees on it, so that's not bad. You have full rotation. You have a single-jointed elbow with a rotation there, and then you do have hinge and rotation on the wrists. And this one, as I mentioned earlier, does have this style up and down hinge on it, which is really cool for the weapons. She does have a diaphragm joint there, which can turn quite a ways. Doesn't really look down too far, but it does look back quite a ways. But yeah, it can't really go down too much, and you do get a little bit of rock out of that. No waist articulation there. Her legs don't really come apart very far at all. She can kick forward pretty good, though. Backwards, not much at all. You do have a upper thigh cut there, double jointed knees, and then you do have a hinge and ankle pivot. And finally, we have all the figures in this wave standing next to each other, starting at the left with Puma, followed by Black Cat, Silver Sable, the Kingpin Build-A-Figure, Night Thrasher, the Six-Armed Spider-Man, the Symbiote Spider-Man, and Red Goblin. And that about does it for this review, everyone. So overall, as I've mentioned with a few other figures in this wave, I'm actually happy to get some figures that are just deeper into the Spider-Man roster or even the Marvel roster. So I'm okay with it. I think it looks good. I think it was well sculpted. We really need those double jointed elbows, though, because we get a really good wrist rotation or wrist hinge on that right hand that is great for holding weapons. And if we just had a double hinged elbow, we could probably get something where she could hold a rifle or something like that and actually make it look a little bit more realistic. Similar to how with the Kraven's Last Hunt Kraven, we were able to have him hold that rifle in a much better position. So I do hope that is coming someday. But until then, like I said, this figure did work out well, and I think it does look great. So, but as I mentioned, that is it for this review. So please hit that like button if you like this review. Make sure to subscribe for more content just like this. And aside from that, thanks for watching my video, and have a great day.